Hey everyone, how are you? What's up? I am Rachel and I'm the proud creator and founder of Siopa Seize Your Passion. And I'm here on our Facebook group, Seize Your Passion, every Friday afternoon, sharing with you different things that I've been thinking about, ideas, topics, aha moments, lessons learned on my journey. We're all on a journey, I believe, to manifest our personal legend, become our best self, and help you get inspired and get empowered to go out there and seize your passion, meaning realize all of your dreams and become your best self. How? By basically, at its most simplest level, by doing more of what you love and being more of who you love. That's really what Siopa and Seize Your Passion is all about on its very most basic and simplest level. So this week, what I want to talk to you guys about is my sort of aha moment for the week, my realization, my growth, and what I want to focus on going forward and hopefully impart some wisdom and inspiration and empowerment to you guys to do the same. And it has to do with the notion of, going deep, but staying light. And what do I mean by that? Well, for me, I know that I'm someone who really likes to go deep. I like to dig deep. I like to, I'm kind of I am an all or nothing person. I hate bullshit. I hate fluff. I hate keeping things on a surface level. I hate people who, don't say what they mean and don't mean what they say, which has to do with integrity. I hate people who don't walk the walk and just talk the talk. There's a lot of people out there who are selling you shit, and they even may be well-intentioned, and they do a lot of talking, but they're not actually implementing it in their own lives. They're not living it. They're not fully in. They're not meaning what they say, and they're not doing what they say, And the other part of that is, a lot of us, it's very easy to go keep things on a surface level and not to dig deep. It's very easy to understand in our heads, in our minds, in our brains, oh yeah, I'm all about, seizing your passion and realizing your dreams and becoming my best self, but we're not actually implementing it. We're understanding it up here rather than knowing it in our hearts, and you need both. We have these amazing tools, our brains, our minds, to rationalize things and analyze things and strategize things. And that's one of our superior advantages, right? That's one of our God-given gifts. But we can't do that at the expense of the heart, right? Our most precious God-given gift, and what at the core of what Seize Your Passion is about, realizing your dreams, becoming your best self, it has to do with really digging deep and listening to your true inner self, which the driver is your heart. Your brain may be the navigator at times, and you need that brain to help you navigate different, the choppy waters and the bumps in the road and all that, but your heart should always be in the driver's seat and always be what leads you. And, that's what following your heart and living out of your bliss and listening to your intuition is all about. So it's much easier to sort of keep things on a surface level and understand them intellectually and even say to ourselves, that we're implementing them in our lives. We're checking off the check boxes, and I'm doing this. And, if I achieve 1, 2, 3 steps or 1, 2, 3 goals, then I am living it. But if you're keeping it on a surface level and you're not really digging deep, then that's not driving with your heart. That's doing the steps on a surface level, which is really just up here. So it's about, getting your mind and your heart really in sync and truly living out of that place of whatever it is you're trying to achieve, whether it's your goals or your dreams or becoming your best self, being more peaceful, being more kind, being more compassionate, being more emotionally aware, being more empathetic, whatever you're working on. It's not enough to go surface level and understand it in your head and even do the steps on a surface level, you really got to go deep. And I'm a big believer in that. And I love going deep, and what ties into that is, the hustle and the hard work. You got to put in the work. You got to dig deep. You got to, really consistently every day show up. You got to, overcome the challenges and create and derive meaning and value from every moment, and including the challenges and the tough times, right? And we all know that those challenges and those tough times are what allow us to grow, right? Those are the moments that when we derive the meaning and the lessons from them, that's where the growth comes from, right? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. There's a reason for all these cliches, they're really true. And achievement, think about just the notion of achievement. It's overcoming some sort of obstacle. It's achieving something despite it being hard, or climbing the mountain despite the fact that, you couldn't just take a helicopter and get to the top of the mountain. You actually climbed it, that's what it's about. But if you don't, part of that, of going deep and doing the work and being consistent and showing up, at least for me, and I know for a lot of people who have that kind of personality and are go-getters and dreamers and achievers and ambitious and driven and hustle and have a work ethic, those are amazing qualities, and they're necessary to realizing your dreams and becoming your best self and seizing your passion, right? But it's very easy to get stuck in and get attached, and that's the realization that I had this past week, is when you go deep and when you are all or nothing, and you put everything in it, and you're consistent and you're diligent and you're disciplined and you have that work ethic and you do the hard work and you're willing to do the hard work, it's very easy to get attached to rigidity and structure. And it's self-defeating, because in fact, when you do that, by going deep in that way, you're keeping yourself on a surface level. It's this cage of rigidity and structure, and being so focused on sticking to the plan and checking off those goals and doing and being productive, right? Our culture of productivity and getting things done. And I'm working so hard and I'm spinning my wheels. But what happens? You end up not really fully digging deep into each one of those things, not fully implementing them into your heart, not fully engaging them and allowing your heart to drive. And most of the time you'll end up burnt out, overwhelmed, stressed, anxious, and you do the opposite of going deep, right? You're just doing things to get them done. And so it's like, it's counterintuitive. And the other part of that is, sort of, you got to keep the balance and be very aware of, yes, going deep, but you got to be careful. I hate these ads. Sorry, I'm just skipping the ads on my background music. Ooh, is this from Footloose? I love this one. Anyway, the other part of, having that kind of personality and having that passion, can get intense, and, having that discipline and that consistency and sticking to your goals and being a high achiever, you can get heavy sometimes. I know that I can. You get sucked in not only to the rigidity and the structure, but into the intensity, and on the dark side of that intensity, getting really heavy. I don't like this tune. Maybe this is better. All right. So, getting sucked into that heaviness, of being heavy, it also defeats the purpose of seizing your passion and realizing your dreams and doing more of what you love and being more of who you love, right? Because everything matters, and everything does matter. But part of knowing that everything matters is knowing when it doesn't matter, right? Is being light and staying light, and just go back to, it's a cliche too, but it's true. Kids, they're light, they're playful. That's what doing more of what you love is about, and sometimes engaging in those passions and doing the stuff that makes you feel light and brings joy, even when they're not attached to those end goals and those dreams that you want to realize, and taking yourself out of that rigid structure and that checklist of productivity and consistency and discipline and hard work, just being able to be light about everything and knowing when things do matter and when they don't. And part of knowing that everything matters is, again, knowing the stuff that doesn't matter. You know, a while back, a few months ago, I had a blog post about, you know, if you had one mantra you could live your life by, what would it be? And I asked some friends and I posted it and I got some great responses. And one of my friends, my mantra was no regrets, right? Seize your passion is very much about that. No regrets. You know, realize your dreams. You have one life to live. Go live your life to the fullest, all that. But one of my friends, her response was, every time she had a decision or she encountered a challenge or a problem or whatever the case may be, she asked herself, will this matter in 5 years? You know, and I love that. And that ties so well into what I'm talking about, because part of going deep but staying away from that heaviness and staying away from that attachment to rigidity and productivity and to the point where it's self-defeating is recognizing that yes, everything matters and every moment matters, because you have this one life, and carpe diem and seize the day, seize your passion, yes. But part of recognizing where everything matters is also recognizing, okay, will this really matter in 5 years? Is this, you know, every misstep, every failure, every moment that doesn't go the way we want it to go or the way we planned it to go, you know, instead of getting heavy about it and allowing it to affect you, oh my God, this is the end of the world, you know, it's having that perspective. Will this matter in 5 years? Does this really matter? Sometimes, you know what, it just doesn't matter, you know, and being able to be light like that and being able to go out and do things that are not on your schedule, that you know aren't part of your goal achieving checkbox and checklist of things to do, that actually will propel you forward in through your heart and not through your head, and get you to become your best self and, you know, realize all your dreams in a much, not only more authentic way, but a much more fulfilling way. And, you know, it may take a little bit longer, but the truth is that, you know, the people who don't focus on that, who really just stick to the rigidity and the structure and the discipline and forget the levity, forget to stay light in it, they get to that end point where they've achieved all their goals, they've realized their dreams on paper, you know, on the surface level, but they're completely miserable inside, or they're not. They don't feel any different. They still have that yearning or desire or emptiness for more. And then they do a complete, you know, 180, or they start something new, or they realize, you know, I was going about it the wrong way. You know, I was going about sticking to, like, going deep and working hard and achieving my goals. And I didn't stop to stay light, to be in the moment, to be present. All right, I'm just pausing this because this is really disruptive today. If anyone has some great suggestions, by the way, for like great background music for these videos, because I love having that inspirational background music, not too distracting, but it's hard to find like good, authentic, non-cookie cutter, annoying, no ads, music like that. So I'm open to suggestions. Anyway, that's my, those are my thoughts this week and my lessons this week is, yes, go deep and definitely, you know, don't just stay on the surface level, and definitely, you know, do what you say and mean what you say and say what you mean and work hard and be consistent and show up and go out there and realize your dreams and achieve your goals and become your best self, but not at the expense of losing, you know, the true driver, which is your heart, and not at the expense of losing your levity, of being light, of being playful, of enjoying the moment, you know, another cliche, but it's true, you know, keeping that balance. You know, everything in life is all about, you know, the balance. So yeah, go deep and play hard and work hard, but go light sometimes too, and just enjoy and just forget the to-do list and go out there and just be light in the world, you know. That's my lesson this week. So hopefully it clicked something there resonated with you, made you think about something in a new way. Hopefully it inspired you in some way. And if nothing else, then just go out there and do more of what you love and be more of who you love, whatever that means to you. That's what Seize Your Passion is all about. So have an amazing weekend, guys, and I'll be here next week. Bye.